Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Human K channel. Today, we'll look at the life and work of Kurt Lewin, one of the most significant figures in psychology. Lewin fought in the army and volunteered for the Western Front during World War I. In 1945, he established the Research Center for Group Dynamics at MIT, where he invented the concept of action research. Kurt Lewin's incredible path was tragically cut short. At the age of 56, he died of a heart attack in Boston in 1947. His legacy, however, lives on as the research center relocated to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, where it thrives as a significant hub of social research. Lewin's emphasis on social interaction, as well as his collaboration with a group of talented colleagues, had a significant impact on our understanding of human behavior. Lewin's research, which included small face-to-face groups, produced important insights into the intricacies of social dynamics. His cooperation with prominent peers like Barker, Cartwright, Festinger, and French had a significant impact. Their combined efforts have contributed to the advancement of psychological science. Lewin's efforts went beyond simply being a name on a page. It became a symbol of the fruitful partnership between Lewin and his colleagues. His discovery of field theory, a strong approach for evaluating causal linkages and establishing scientific frameworks, was one of his key achievements. Lewin's field theory proved useful in understanding the interaction between persons and their surroundings. Lewin's field theory is a psychological concept that highlights an individual's dependence on their environment. It implies that an individual's behavior is influenced not just by internal factors, such as personality or attributes, but also by the social and cultural milieu in which they inhabit. This concept is represented by the formula B equals F, P, E. B stands for behavior, P stands for person, and E stands for cultural environment. The formula implies that behavior is a function or outcome of a person's interaction with their cultural environment. In other words, according to Lewin's field theory, conduct is formed not just by individual attributes but also by the social, cultural, and environmental elements that surround the individual. Social conventions, values, beliefs, social interactions, and physical environment are examples of such influences. This viewpoint emphasizes the significance of considering the larger context while studying and comprehending human behavior. It implies that in order to completely comprehend why people behave the way they do, it is necessary to analyze both their internal traits and the external variables that impact them. Lewin's field theory provides a framework for understanding and explaining behavior within a broader social and cultural context by acknowledging the connection between the person and their cultural surroundings. Lewin advocated the use of action research in his endeavor to reconcile theory and practice. This novel method focused on social transformation initiatives, emphasizing the interdependence between theoretical findings and real-world application. It was a tiny but significant move that strengthened Lewin's influence on the field. Now, let's look at Kurt Lewin's model of change and how it can be used in personal growth and development. Lewin's theory of change has been studied a lot and used in many empirical research projects to learn about how people change and how they change over time. Lewin's model of change says that there are three main steps to successfully achieving change: unfreeze, change, and refreeze. Let's learn more about each stage and what it means for personal change. In the unfreeze stage, the focus is on breaking down habits, beliefs, or the status quo that might be getting in the way of personal growth. This stage is about finding a reason to change, lowering resistance, and getting ready for the change that is coming. It's like melting away the things that stop personal growth from moving forward. The second stage is the time of change. This is where a person starts their journey toward the change they want. During this time, a person's roles, values, attitudes, and sense of who they are change. It usually means using resources, learning new skills, and adopting tools that help and speed up the process of change. At last, we reach the last step of change, which is called refreeze. In this stage, the change that was just made becomes part of a person's life and becomes stable. It leads to the formation of a new sense of self, new behaviors, and new ways of doing things that are in line with the change that is wanted. It's important to remember that getting stable in the refreeze stage can take a long time and a lot of work. To sum up, Lewin's model of change shows how a person moves from a stable state to a state of continued personal growth and change, which leads to a new stable state with changed beliefs and behaviors. It gives you a way to think about and handle the complicated process of internal change. Keep in mind that the unfreeze, change, and refreeze steps help people find their way through the process of personal transformation. By understanding the importance of each stage, people can handle change well and reach their personal growth goals. Kurt Lewin's influence goes beyond the theories he developed. His ability to connect psychological study with real-world applications has inspired both psychologists and regular people to make connections between theory and personal growth in real life. This has left a lasting impact on the field of psychology.